Stefan, I wish you an awesome Sunday. Should be a rather cool day today compared to what we've had the past couple of days. Readings are only going to be in the mid to upper 30s much of the day, and most of us are going to see a few snowflakes, especially if you live off to the northwest of Grand Rapids. Well, let's take a look at some wind gusts across the area here for the day yesterday. 54-mile-an-hour winds hit Kalamazoo and Battle Creek, 53 miles an hour at Muskegon and Lansing, 51 miles an hour officially in Grand Rapids at the airport and also at the regional airport in Holland. 49 miles an hour, the peak gust at Fremont and Ludington. In the southeast part of the state, they actually had some severe thunderstorms. 66-mile-an-hour wind gust at the Lenawee County Airport and 60 miles an hour at Saline. And off to the north, the fastest wind gust was 71 miles an hour, and that was a non-thunderstorm. That was just a regular gust of wind at Boyne Falls. Boy, how'd you like to ski in that? You could kind of take off. And 64 miles an hour was recorded at the National Weather Service site, which is about 9 miles to the south of Gaylord. I took this picture myself. This is on M44. I went up to attend Riley's Eagle Scout Court of Honor. Great kid, and had a great time up there at the Congregational Church up there off M44. And I was driving back, and a tree had fallen across the road, and a car had slammed into the tree, and there was some pretty significant damage to the car. Didn't look like anybody was hurt, but there was barely one room for one lane of cars, and the cars were doing a good job of alternating going through this area. One policeman was there. I would assume that maybe another one was on the way here to help guide traffic, and they were talking about trying to get the limb off the road so they could open the road up once again. The tree looked like it was not healthy, but indeed fell across the road there, and they probably picked up a wind gust there to around 50 miles an hour that contributed to that. But let's go on and talk a little bit about our sponsors here. We have two great sponsors this week. Let's take a listen.
When your home needs help, you might not know where to start. Why not ask Ace? We're always here to help with Ace Handyman Services. Our talented craftsmen handle everything from drywall and carpentry to doors and kitchens. We're the neighbors you trust to get the job done right. Let's get started. Book your handyman appointment today. Ace Handyman Services, bringing helpful to your home.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Need a fast, efficient, and affordable cleaning service? Complete Care Concierge has you covered. Serving all of West Michigan, we offer one-time, daily, weekly, and bi-weekly cleans, plus move in, move out. We also service apartment hallways and laundry rooms. Our work is guaranteed, gift cards are available, and we even clean on weekends. There's no better way to say I love you than giving a tired mom a break from dishes and laundry. Are you a busy professional? Pamper yourself by taking vacuuming and dusting off your plate. Office manager, keep your business looking and feeling its very best. Call 616-264-1397 today for a spotless space and total peace of mind.
And I hope you'll thank our sponsors. They provide a little bit of support for us here so we can pay for what few things here we need for the broadcast. And we thank them very much for coming on board. Headlines, not quite as windy today. It will still be a bit on the breezy side, but not bad. Winds will be west-northwest during the day. Much colder today. Hey, the last couple of days we've been up in the 70s here. And not going to happen today. In fact, mid-afternoon we'll be lucky to be around 40. In fact, if you're north of Muskegon along the lake, it may only be around 35 or 36 here come mid to late afternoon. Dry weather expected for St. Patrick's Day. We should see a good amount of sunshine with temperatures here getting up to around 50 or so in the afternoon. Should be a good day for that. And a lot of activity still going on St. Patrick's Day. I remember, I don't know if they're still doing it, but there was the 5-minute parade in Conklin that would kind of go down the street for a few feet and then kind of turn right into the bar. But we're certainly a good day coming up weather-wise for anybody that's got something outdoors to do. Another storm system comes our way Wednesday into Thursday. That will once again be rain, probably changing to a little bit of wet snow. So we're in this transition time right here where you tend to see a little bit of everything here through the course of the week. But that's what's ahead here for us. Look at all the dots on this map. This is all the severe weather reports for Friday afternoon and Friday night. Across the Midwest here. Each blue dot is where there was wind damage, and each green dot is hail, large hail over an inch or an inch or more in diameter. And red indicates where there was a tornado. There were 33 tornadoes, 529 reports of wind damage, of which 13 of them were over 75 miles an hour. So there were some really healthy wind gusts. 304 reports of large hail. And you can see the states that were really hit. Iowa, Illinois, southern Wisconsin. And look at how everything stops right at Lake Michigan. That was mostly a timing issue because we didn't get the activity rolling through here until really late at night, where it's cooler, the air is a little bit more stable, and we just didn't get the severe weather. Though it counted as a thunder shower. I did not hear any thunder myself as I was trying to sleep, but there was at least one clap of thunder at the airport that they heard. Let's take a look right now at severe weather outlook for later on today. This is going to be on the East Coast, and instead of being a level 5 high risk, we have a level 2 slight risk. So this should be a much more tolerable day out there, though there will be some isolated reports of severe weather, mainly wind again. A slight risk goes from the Gulf of Mexico up through the Carolinas and Virginia, and finally up into Maryland and eastern West Virginia. The marginal outbreak comes west to Cleveland or thereabouts. And there's a wider view of it there. As you can see, the 72-hour snowfall chart again is centered in the west. I didn't have much time to look at snow totals out there, but I did see that Bear Valley came in with 32 inches of snow in 24 hours. That's quite a snowstorm. I'd almost like to see that once, but just once. And that's really providing a lot of snow for the mountains out west, a lot of great skiing out there. But look toward Michigan. We have a little band of snow here, too. This system should be producing some snow. And you can see it starts down there in Illinois. It's kind of interesting. They dodge tornadoes one day, and a few days later, they're in the snow. We're going to be seeing about 2 to 3 inches of snowfall up at Cadillac, Traverse City, Pellston, up towards Sault Ste. Marie. There's, like I said, there's been a snow magnet up at Sault Ste. Marie this winter. Everything seems to head in their direction. In terms of snow, there could be as much as an inch of snow falling. Now, the ground is really warm, obviously, and so a lot of the snow is going to melt. But there could be as much as an inch of actual snowfall from Muskegon northward. But at most, nothing more than a dusting for Grand Rapids and down, and that would be late in the day today. So here's what today looks like. 40 degrees, windy, rain changing over to a little bit of snow. 35 degrees during the early morning, and towards evening temperatures will be back down into the low to mid 30s. A little bit more humidity in the air, 75%. The wind's dying down to 10 to 15, maybe actually closer to the 15 miles an hour during the afternoon. So just a touch on the breezy side, but really not bad. And the long-range outlook, as we look ahead here, starting with Sunday, you can see temperatures here, upper 30s to low 40s in our area. Only around 40 in southern Wisconsin. Up in the UP, there's places that won't get above freezing during the day today. Outlook for Monday calls for temperatures to be back up around 50 degrees or so during the afternoon, upper 40s to low 50s. Still be cool up in the north. There'll be some 30s up in the UP, but with sunshine should be a really nice day to be outdoors. Tuesday is looking good too, and about 10 degrees warmer. We should be up into the low 60s here during the afternoon as winds turn back to the south and the warmer air starts to come up. So the 5-day forecast, colder today, significantly colder, only 40 degrees. Rain changing over to a little wet snow, maybe a dusting of accumulation northwest of Grand Rapids. Sunshine for St. Patrick's Day. It should be a really nice day, and a nice day too. Some high clouds coming in on Tuesday. Will be 50 on Monday, 62 on Tuesday. Mild day on Wednesday, but with rain showers here, and that will change over to snow as the cold air comes back in here during the day on Thursday. And next weekend really doesn't look too bad at this point. Long range outlook is in. The 8 to 14 day outlook here takes us out almost to the end of March. It gives us temperatures here that are near average. Average high temperatures are in the upper 40s to around 50 for that period. So when you see near normal, that means each and every week now temperatures are getting warmer. The days continue to increase. Daylight increases at the rate of almost 3 minutes per day. So other things to talk about here today. Were you watching any basketball? My alma mater, Wisconsin, beat Michigan State. Now, I told you before, I was at Riley's Eagle Court of Honor, so I didn't watch the game or anything like that. But my wife texted me, my daughter texted me, and, woohoo, for Wisconsin. I had thought Michigan State would win that game, and Congratulations to Wisconsin. They had a good year. Michigan State has had an awesome year, and Michigan has had an awesome year as well. Michigan State was seeded number 1. What was Wisconsin? I think fourth or fifth. Fifth. There it is right there on the screen. So interesting. And let's see, Michigan wins their game. Did you see the end of that game? I watched the replay. Wow. Really an exciting round of basketball. I mean, it's just really fun to watch college teams when they can play at that level and everything comes down to the last second, making that the last basket, running coast to coast and everything. It really was kind of fun. It's one of those games where if you're a Michigan fan, you jump right out of your chair and the fists go up in the air like that, and really was an exciting game. Now, where do we go from here? Well, Michigan plays Wisconsin in the finals for the Big Ten title. Michigan will be favored by a basket or two here. I hope Wisconsin plays them a good game. That is Sunday, and it's on CBS, 3:30 in the afternoon. So I'll have to see if I can tune in and watch that one. I want to congratulate Tri-Unity. They won the boys basketball state championship, defeating Fowler 49-32. Is a pretty decisive win. And we have Tri-Unity's coach retiring. We actually did a story on that on WID TV8. Coach Mark Keeler winning his 7th career state championship. Isn't that amazing? And the first back-to-back titles in school history. So congratulations to the basketball team and everybody at Tri-Unity Christian for a great basketball season. The GLIAC women's basketball game. By the way, if you've never seen a women's game at Grand Valley, the gals there just do a fantastic job. It's really exciting basketball to watch. The GVSU women's basketball team beat Wayne State, and it wasn't even close, 87-54. They were throwing in the threes, they were charging the net, and really looked solid. So we congratulate the GVSU women on their basketball round 2 as well in the NCAA finals there. Could you explain the different levels of the drought monitoring system, please? Now, this is really kind of neat. We do the drought monitoring thing. And one thing that's very interesting about this, if you look on the upper right-hand side there, it says drought monitoring equals weekly map showing U.S. drought conditions. Now, emphasize weekly. Weekly is 7 days. So, and then this is based upon data from like 48 hours ahead. So let's say, it's really dry on Tuesday. And so that goes into the drought monitor. And you were to get a really heavy rain on Thursday, that wouldn't show up. So it's still going to show you with a heavy drought or a severe drought. And then you have to go a whole nother week before that map updates. So keep that in mind if you're looking at a drought monitor that may be a few days behind. Now look at the code over on the left side. This is really kind of interesting too. D0 is abnormally dry, okay? And then from there we go to a moderate drought and then to a severe drought. Now, what could be worse than a severe drought? I mean, I'm thinking that's got to be the top end, right? But no, past severe, we have extreme drought. And extreme drought, wow. I mean, what could be even worse than that? Well, that's an exceptional drought, okay? There was an old bit on Saturday Night Live where they had remember when we were doing the 5 levels of Homeland Security rating? I mean, is it a yellow or is it an orange or whatever? And they did a spoof on it where they had all the same color. They increased from ivory to off-white to cream, and there were a couple more in there too. I thought it was kind of a funny bit, but that's what this kind of reminds me of. I mean, you go from severe to extreme to exceptional there, but we're very fortunate. We don't get too many really bad droughts here in West Michigan. I can remember the drought of 1988 during the summer. They were bringing water to apple trees in Alpine Township with a pumper truck, the fire truck. They were putting that to good use, and some of the farmers were actually you could actually pay some money and then tap one of the fire hydrants if it was next to your orchard. For a certain amount of money, you could get so many gallons of water. So it's interesting how our farmers deal with that. But that's how the drought monitor works. So you have to kind of be careful of that. But like I said, we don't get too many really severe droughts here in Michigan. We certainly get droughts, but nothing that's too terribly severe, too terribly often. You get places like Southern California and Arizona, and it's like they're either in a drought or a flood. There's no in between. With the moisture that they've had out there in California, even though they've had a very dry winter, they've been able to fill up the reservoirs, and they should be in pretty good shape as we head toward a typically hot summer out there in the Southwest. Well, a lot to talk about here, but let's show you something really pretty. We got a couple of great pictures in from Alpental, Washington. Hey, thanks to Sarah for sending these in. These are just from a couple of days ago, and isn't that a beautiful picture? Would you like to be out there skiing? If you're into skiing, that would be just absolutely fantastic. And you see the beautiful cirrus clouds in the background there and everything. And I think we have one more picture, do we, to see if we can put there. There it is again. No cirrus clouds in that direction, but you turn around, you can see that deep blue sky that you get when you're up at the higher elevations like that. The thick powder snow. They've had a couple of feet of snow out there, new snow, and that's powder and just great to ski on. So we hope Sarah's having a good time out there, and thanks so much for sending those pictures along to us. There is Alpental, Washington. It is off to the east of Seattle, and you can see the elevation rises pretty quickly there, coming from Puget Sound up into the Cascade Mountains there. You get up to Mount Baker, which I believe is over 14,000 feet above sea level. So highest peak in the Cascades there. Thanks so much for checking in with us today. I hope you have yourself a great Sunday and a good week ahead.